We are live. Woo! It's been a few weeks, man. It's been several weeks, several weeks.
Man, it's been
Yes,
4 weeks,
yes.
bro. It's been 4 weeks.
At least 4 weeks. Well, listen, welcome everybody. We're just a few minutes late, but thank you for your patience. We are officially back, Create Your Future Self Live, and we're doing this now every first Monday of the month. This is the first Monday of September, so we're here kicking off the same old show, but in a new twist. And we're going to be bringing you some really special guests. We already got somebody in the backstage that we're going to bring in here momentarily. But we just wanted to welcome everybody in. Go ahead and share, like, comment, pass this on so other people can jump in. We have a great show. We're going to teach you a couple of cooking lessons here today. What's going on, Laquita? She might be stuck. I know she's out in the country somewhere supporting the family. So if she drops out, don't worry. We're going to still rock on. So in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to bring in my man, Chef Tyger. Chef Tyger, how you doing, sir?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Great to have you. You are officially part of our new kickoff season where we're doing Create Your Future Self Live every first Monday of each and every month. So this is September. It's the first Monday of September, and you get a chance to be on our show as our very first guest this week. I'm very happy to have you. Before we jump into what you're doing and all the exciting meals that you're cooking over there, I just want to let people know, if you're out there following us today, please feel free to share this page. You can pass this on, or if you're on YouTube or StreamYard, feel free to invite others in or whatever. Let other people know where that link is and get them tuned in. But we are super happy to have a guest today. I'm going to, in fact, go live myself to make sure that folks are able to get in on our Facebook feed. We're very happy to have everybody joining us today. There we go. Okay. So looks like we got a few eyes on us. We're going to jump right into this thing. I am Victor Vonico Johnson, published author, serial entrepreneur, real estate investor, and I host this show with my co-hostess, Mrs. Laquita Monley. She may pop in and out here. She's in a bad signal area supporting a family member today. But again, don't worry. We got this thing on lock. You can definitely follow us here, or if you would like to be a guest on this broadcast on any first Monday of any month, you can reach out to us at createyourfutureselflive@gmail.com. createyourfutureselflive@gmail.com, and we will invite you to be on as a guest if you have an interesting story, you want to inspire other entrepreneurs, because that's what this show is all about, inspiring entrepreneurs to pursue their greatest self. And so, Chef Tyger, my man, how you doing, man?
I'm pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm good. What city you checking in from?
I'm checking in right now from Laverne, Tennessee. Born and raised from Chattanooga, Tennessee, but Middle Tennessee right now is where I reside. Been here since summer 2008, and it's just kind of been my home ever since.
Nice. So where were you at before 2008?
So I'm born and raised from Chattanooga, Tennessee. I went to Notre Dame High School back in Chattanooga, and so that's pretty much just where where I was born. And so once I left, I knew I was going to be going to MTSU, and so basically just I was able to get a program. I was able to be a part of a program called the Scholars Academy there, which also helped me get a wonderful jump start when it came to my college education. They helped me out a lot there. And so as years progressed, things just passed on and on. Graduated in December 2012 with my bachelor's in business admin. And that's pretty much the main degree that I use for my business today. Also, because pretty much my culinary side is all passion driven. So
I love that. I love that. So only history I got Chattanooga. I went through there because I used to live in Atlanta. So we make that 2-hour ride up. I think 75. Get up there to Chattanooga. Go hit the. We've been to those little caves down there and all that good stuff. So anyway, good stuff in Tennessee. But we're really excited to have you on. And hopefully people that are in your neck of the woods will be able to take advantage of your fabulous culinary skills. Now, I'm going to read the brief bio that was sent over to us. So Chef Tyger, as he prefers to be called, is over the company The Wandering Chef. He cooks and basically prepares meals in your home. And we're going to talk a little bit about that here in just a moment. But the Wandering Chef is a self-trained chef with a passion for immaculate service, exquisite food. Simply put, he's a private chef who comes to you and yours. With over 4 years of experience, Chef Tyger is always willing and ready to bring something new to all who desire it, whether it be a signature crab cake, that sounds good, or a perfectly seared steak. The love by which the food is served will always be the garnish to an already amazing meal. I love that bio. I love that information. How did you get into doing what you're doing now, the Wandering Chef?
So the Wandering Chef basically started as the whole cooking thing started as basically a call from on high. Let's just put it that way. And so once I found out that I was going to be doing food as a career, I didn't have a kitchen to cook at. I didn't have an apartment, but I was going to have one the next year. And so pretty much when I found out that I was going to be doing this, I said, well, I don't know how to cook. I better start learning, And so that next year I was just like, all right, well, we know how to, we at least know the basics of maybe a couple of things, but how are we going to cook chicken? How are we going to learn how to do steak? How are we going to do a really good pork chop? How are we going to make sauces? And so I literally just started browsing every imaginable resource from which I was able to learn, whether it was a bit of a cooking book here and there, whether it was a lot of YouTube, just learning from people that I already know about. And so once I learned from those people, I finally got into another environment, with my best friend. And we really started putting some things together to where we said, okay, well, what are some things that we can make that people would actually want to have? And so it all started off with this lemon butter swordfish dish that we did. It was wonderful. And so after that, I came up with my first menu. And then after that, I trashed it because things need revamping. And so once that was done, I said, okay, well, we came up with our next menu. And then once I just kept practicing throughout the year, because that process started, I believe, in 2011.
Wow. So that's 10 years, man.
Yeah. And so the process starting from cooking has basically been over 10 years. But the business itself did not start until 2017, as you know. And so all of that practice, all those, bumps in the road, those successes, those burnt sauces, all of that experimentation, it culminates into what I'm doing today. And I absolutely love it. I can't see me doing anything else.
Wow, that is truly inspiring. I appreciate you sharing that, man. And I'm telling you, folks that are out there, you've got to visit his website. And I'll drop it in here because the gallery alone is going to have you salivating over yourself. I mean, so we went to Chef Tyger, and that's Chef Tyger.com. And I'm just dropping some stuff from the gallery, man. I mean, I wish I could share my screen right now, but that seared steak, what is that, lamb or steak coming off of that bone, looking good, man?
You're probably looking at those. Is it like a two cross like that?
Yes.
Yeah, those are some lamb chops that I did one day. That was just if I'm being honest, that was a little bit of a lunch I just worked up for myself one day, but I was so proud of it. I was like, yes, we need to put this out.
I love that. So I understand that you're in the kitchen right now. So right. Obviously, hopefully you got some food over there that you're going to prepare and show. So what do you want to share with the audience today about what you're doing in the kitchen today? So what
I want to share tonight is I just want to share how simple and how easy it is to bake just a really, really awesome, satisfying pasta dish tonight. I actually don't advertise pasta on my private chef menu because it's actually something that I'm working on. But this right here, this is actually something I'm thinking about unveiling on the menu. So tonight we're going to be doing a creamy Tuscan chicken pasta. And so just to give you a quick description, that's going to be
Oh no!
Some wonderful with a sun-dried tomato and herb cream sauce. And so I've got the ingredients already ready. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tilt the camera a little bit to my cutting board.
So before you do that, Chef Tyger, just repeat those ingredients one more time because your screen froze up at the beginning. Okay. One more time, what's going to be in this dish?
So in this dish, this creamy Tuscan chicken pasta, of course, we've got regular chicken breast, we've got butter, your classic Italian herbs, salt, pepper. We've got some yellow and red bell pepper, as well as some sweet onion. I love using sweet onion. Then we're going to add some sun-dried tomato, as well as some spinach, and we're going to bring that all together with some rigatoni pasta, as well as heavy cream.
Oh man, let's get busy. Let's see
All right,
what you got.
do it. All right, so your my camera should be on my cutting board right now. So
Yes, sir.
right now I've just got a couple of chicken breasts right here, and then just a little bit of butter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about three tablespoons of butter. I'm going to go ahead and just set that right into my skillet right here. I'm going to give you a bit of a view in just a bit, just because I'm on a laptop right now.
Okay.
All right, but hopefully you can hear that butter sizzle.
Yes.
All right. So, just for the chicken next, we're just going to give that a bit of a season. I always love using flaky kosher salt. So, flaky kosher salt, a little bit of black pepper.
Is there any trick to how much pepper or salt you put on? Just kind of a feel now, or what?
I personally think that maybe just doing a couple of teaspoons to start you off. But of course, that's why recipes always say salt and season to taste.
Gotcha.
All right, so let's get started here. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a little bit of a revision here.
Okay.
Perfect. Can you see this pan right here?
We sure can see that pan.
Perfect. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna. We're actually not looking to cook this all the way. We're just really looking to give it a nice bit of a sear, so it looks nice and golden brown on top. And once we do that, I'm just gonna drop it in my air fryer actually.
Oh,
So
nice.
Yep. Air fryers, of course, they're just basically high-powered convection ovens, but hey, they help you out quite a bit.
Oh yeah, my daughter swears by them for sure.
They're so versatile. All right, just a quick note right here. I'm gonna go ahead and turn you back. We got rigatoni pasta that we're doing just right over here. I'm gonna just drop some into my pan.
Okay. Was that the whole bag, whole box?
I've got a little over half the box.
Okay.
We've got some pink Himalayan sea salt. You're gonna want your water to taste like the sea. So a couple of tablespoons in there. That's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And so now that we've got our proteins cooking, we're actually gonna go ahead and get our vegetables prepped too. So this is where we're just gonna display just a little bit of knife work. All right. Can you see me all right?
We can see that cutting board. Yes.
Perfect. So just a little trick when it comes to cutting garlic. Take the back of your knife on the garlic, just like that. See how easy that comes out?
Smash it. Yes.
That's right. So we're just going to smash that garlic. I've got 3 good cloves of garlic right here that I'm just going to go ahead and just give a little smash to. All right. Perfect. And now it was a bit of a chop. Perfect. Yep, get that part out the way. And now that we've got all this ready, we're just gonna give this just a bit of a rough chop.
Okay. I bet it smells delicious in there already.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It is gonna be awesome. So now we've got to do a little bit of onion here. See that there?
Yes,
So
sir.
people always want to know, like, how do you chop an onion without crying? Because that's one of the reasons why people will stay away from it. But I'm gonna go ahead and just show you what I like to do. You see that part?
Yes, sir.
The bulb of the onion. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut that right down the middle. Next. So now that I've cut off the front part, still leaving this bulb intact
Okay.
right here, because it increases the risk of some tears coming out, and we don't want that. So
Okay.
next, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to do some slits just like that all the way through, and just like that, we've got a wonderfully diced onion.
Nice. Nice.
Easy as can be.
No tears.
That is right. No tears. No tears. Next, we got our vegetable wonderful sliced bell pepper right here. Perfect. And then
all right, so you just taught us how to cut a pepper too without having those seeds all over the place. That's good.
That's exactly right. All you have to do is just slice on the outsides, and you can just go ahead and we're going to do what's called a julienne cut. Just like that.
Okay.
All right. And I kind of like going for a bit of thick cut juliennes.
Okay.
Right. And also, just to give a bit of an update, our chicken is still cooking. We're going to go ahead and just give that a bit of a turn here.
So what was that? Maybe medium to high heat, and those look like maybe 5 to 6 minutes or so.
Yep, this is going to be so. We did this for maybe about I say about 4 minutes. We went about 4 minutes on this side, and we're just going to give this another 2 minutes before we pop that into our air fryer.
Okay.
All right. So, and here's the thing: if you're really that pressed on time, you can just put 2 on, and then just give yourself a nice good chop there. Completely up to you.
Do you always use red bell peppers, or can you use orange, green, yellow?
You will never see me actually using green bell peppers in my kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, you will never see me use green bell peppers. Green bell peppers just have a different kind of flavor to them. They taste just a little down to me, and that's just I'd rather go with other ones.
Gotcha.
So we've got our yellow.
My wife and I can sit there and just eat on yellow peppers, and those things are so sweet and delicious.
Yellow peppers are awesome. So then we've got just a little bit more.
Okay.
Perfect. So that, for the most part, are the veggies that we're gonna toss in right afterwards.
Okay.
All right. So got my basket right here. Oh goodness, let me actually just do that a bit. Yep.
So just real quick, Chef Tyger. So
yes,
typically, because I know one of your services is you'll bring this meal or any others off of your menu to someone's home. Is that correct? So somebody got a date night plan, they want to do something special for their significant other. You'll come out and do what you're doing now in their kitchen. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. A lot of the prep work I take care of at home just to make sure that I can use my time efficiently in someone else's kitchen. But yes, absolutely. This is what I do. I come straight to your kitchen. What I'm doing right here. This is my job. This is what I do. All right, just agitating our rigatoni pasta a little bit. So we're just going to take our chicken, put that right into our air fryer basket. Perfect. Now I'm just going to set this right in the air fryer, and I'm going to just cook that at about 370. That's actually going to go for about 10 minutes. All right.
I got you. Understood.
So I've also got some butter browning in here. That is perfectly fine. But now we're going to add just a little bit of extra butter to the pan. Perfect.
And while you're doing that, folks, again, you can visit Chef Tyger, ChefTyger.com, especially if you are in that Middle Tennessee area and you would like to have this gentleman come in and cook a nice meal for you and your significant other. Man, I can only imagine how wonderful it smells on the other side of this camera here, but looking at it, it looks truly official. And his website, he's got some displays of meals that you will not want to miss. So definitely our Middle Tennessee folks, make sure you take advantage. ChefTyger.com. All right, so you just put your peppers in there on that butter.
Right. All right, so we're just gonna let those cook for just a few minutes, and the pasta right now is doing what it needs to do as well. So basically, what we're doing is we're sweating the onions and the garlic, and once we get the heavy cream in there, we just let it simmer a little bit. That's also going to soften up the peppers a little.
Oh, we just lost him temporarily. He should be back in momentarily. That's how it goes when you're cooking in the kitchen with Zoom going or StreamYard going, modern technology. But it's been definitely a pleasure to see this in person. So here he comes in now. There he is.
Apologies for that.
Hey man, modern technology, it's all good. It's all good. I wish I could have you send me a dish though. That'd be nice. All right, so he's got. So how long should those? This is a big popular question for those that are not so experts in the kitchen. How long should that rigatoni be boiling in that pot?
I'll probably let this rigatoni cook for about 7 to 8 minutes, depending on how big it is either way. But the best way to know if it's done is we're just going to taste it. I grew up in a household thinking that the best way you test pasta is if you toss it against the cabinet.
Yep.
Which that is a way to go, but what we're looking for with the pasta, we're going for something that's called al dente, and with an al dente pasta, we're basically just looking for something that has a little bit of bite. Because here's what a lot of people should know is that when you cook your pasta al dente, if you're going to be cooking your pasta al dente, what you should know then is that the rest of the cooking process in the sauce. All right, so what you're wanting is just to be a little bit hard. So I'm going to just give this a quick taste. Oh, that is perfect. That is actually really, really good. So I'm going to put this up to the camera, but can you see that small ring in the center where it may look like the pasta is just a little bit undercooked? Mm-hmm. That's called al dente. So I'm probably going to let that go for about another minute, and once it's done, I'm going to go ahead and just strain out our pasta. My gosh, that's really good.
And when you said, I think you mentioned about 7 minutes, is that at a straight hard boil, or okay, gotcha.
Right, you want your water at a good rolling boil. Salt in your water as well, and so a lot of people don't know it like this, but one of the reasons I use salt so liberally, really, or just the way that I do, is because salt is meant to make food taste more like itself, not to make food salty. Of course, too much of anything is a bad thing. But once you really start thinking of salt in that way, it helps out a lot. Let's take a look and check back in with our veggies.
Let's see. Ooh-wee.
All right, so as you can tell, we've got our peppers starting to soften up just a little bit. Our onions are becoming a little more translucent. Mm-hmm. Now, it's time to start adding some more ingredients here. I'm going to go ahead and show you just what I got really quick. Perfect. So we're going to add a little bit of heavy cream. We're going to add spinach as well as sun-dried tomatoes. This right here, the sun-dried tomatoes and spinach, that's what's going to make our Tuscan chicken pasta set off just like that.
Okay.
All right, so let's get started, shall we? All right, you can see that clearly, right?
I can see it clearly.
All right, so let's go ahead and add our good old heavy cream. All right, now that we've added our heavy cream, take this up to a good rolling boil. Add in our spinach, as well as our sun-dried tomato.
Okay.
And then once we stir this around more and more, color is going to change just a little bit. And then once we get this down to a simmer, the sauce is going to thicken perfectly. It's going to taste absolutely amazing.
Wow.
Perfect. And so our pasta is done as well. I'm just going to strain that.
Okay. And I know you also offer meal prep also, is that correct?
That is absolutely right. I do.
Okay.
So how meal prep works? So how meal prep works is the exact same way that you would choose to book a dinner as well. Just find where the meal prep tab is on the website. And what we'll do is I just basically just have like a short rolling menu of things that I change out maybe every other week, every week. Just depends on what I just feel like serving that week. And really, it's also attuned to the needs of what my client, to the needs of my clients as well.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And so obviously if people don't live in your market, they can't necessarily get the physical meals that you're prepping, but you also offer a cooking class, which I assume, could somebody do it kind of like this? Like we're in a virtual situation here. Would you be able to educate people in different parts of the country on some of these dishes that you're preparing?
I would be able to, absolutely. I personally like doing cooking classes that are in a more personal setting, but perfectly fine, honestly. But doing virtual cooking classes is definitely something that I have considered. But hey, but most days private dinners can keep
that's the good stuff. Well. Yeah, I would think the private dinners are the signature offering for the wandering chef.
That's right. So as you can tell, our sauce is coming up to a nice rolling boil, and I'm just going to bring it down to a simmer. So I'm going to start adding in a touch more salt, just a little bit of black pepper, just to make it a little more spicy. Perfect. And I'm just adding a little bit of a tiny extra thing right there, just a little bit of a bit of chicken stock there.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Can you see this? Man.
I can see it, man. It looks absolutely delicious.
So, and really like it, and if you're wanting to make this even more healthy, you can use Greek yogurt. But at the same time, look at all this green, all these colors that you're going to be getting in. If you're looking for ways to just get some more colors into your diet,
yeah,
that relates to your vegetables, this is a really, really good way to go.
That makes sense. So I can't wait to see how we bring this all together. So the noodles are done. They must be off to the side somewhere strained. You got your sauce there. We know you put the chicken breast in the air fryer after you grilled it for a little bit on both sides.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. Yep. Actually, the chicken has less than 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The chicken itself has less than 2 minutes. This right here is reducing quite nicely.
And this dish was called what? The Tuscan Chicken?
That's right. This is the Tuscan Chicken Pasta. That is exactly
Tuscan
right.
Chicken Pasta. Okay.
Right.
I love it.
Let's see. And also, there's one last little ingredient that I like to add in. Also, what makes this a Tuscan Chicken Pasta? This is Parmesan cheese.
Oh, I love Parmesan cheese.
Who doesn't love Parmesan cheese?
Oh my gosh.
Something wrong.
Yeah, he slid that one in on us. Okay. It's good stuff.
Perfect.
So for those of you that just tuned in, again, this truly is Create Your Future Self Live, and we're honored to have Chef Tyger, the wandering chef, with us today. He's out of Middle Tennessee, and he has prepared a meal live on the show. First time ever we've ever had this happen, first of all. And of course, we're back to our every first Monday of the month where you guys can tune in. So same time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Times on Monday. But this is a Tuscan chicken pasta that he has prepared for us over the course of the last probably 18 minutes since we've been here live. And unfortunately, we won't be able to share samples with everybody because you're virtual. But yes, he does offer these in-home meals. He offers meal prep and cooking classes, especially if you are there in the state of Tennessee. So yeah, check him out at Chef Tyger, Tyger.com. How we looking over there, Chef?
We're looking really, really good. I'm actually about to take the chicken out of the air fryer. All right. Perfect. So let me show you how this chicken is looking. Can you see that?
Oh, good Lord, yes.
Yeah. So we put a wonderful sear on it, and then just the convection cycle from the air fryer, all that air circulation and heat, making this just a little bit more brown. And you absolutely love to see it.
Yes, that is absolutely scrumptious. Oh my goodness. So one of the things that we always like to ask our guests is, where do you see yourself? What does your future self look like, Chef Tyger? Where do you want this business to be, let's say 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 1 year from now? Where do you see the future of the Wandering Chef?
That is a fantastic question. If I could give you say 3-5 years, basically I continue what I'm doing now, just on a much bigger scale. I drive by neighborhoods all the time, and I find myself encouraging myself and speaking to myself, saying, "Hey, I can go here. Hey, I can go there. I know I can cook anywhere." Like, I've cooked in some of the nicest kitchens you've seen, and I've also cooked in some of the smallest kitchens that you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So one day, maybe in my most ambitious, who knows, maybe you could see the Wandering Chef in your city, but it might not just be me.
I would love that. That would be absolutely fabulous.
Imagine a fleet of chefs, maybe in select cities, doing exactly what I am doing. Imagine the training that takes. Imagine the level of polish that an experience like that would have.
Yes.
So that's kind of what I'm looking to do.
I love that. And I can just tell by your website, you bring a certain class, elegance to what you're doing. I can only imagine when you're going into people's homes. Obviously, you're going to be respectable and professional, but even changing that ambiance, especially for some of us guys. I remember before I was married, man, good luck getting me to, I might be excited to fix the meal, but the ambiance may not have been so perfect, and right. So I'm sure you're bringing that level of elegance to the dinner that, probably would otherwise be missed. So that's a great offering. Yes, sir. I love it.
We try. All right. Oh, it looks like our sauce has reached the consistency that we're looking for. Okay. I'll go ahead and so a tiny little tip. There's a French term. It's called nappe. If you can take a spoon and pull it out, and your sauce easily coats the back of your spoon, just like that. Mm-hmm. Might be the consistency you're looking for. Let's find out. I love what I do. I'm telling you. I love what I do.
We're going to take your word for it, Chef Tyger. That looks great.
All right. So for this next part, we're actually gonna start plating up everything. So I'm going to slide you back just a little bit. I'm going to go and show you those chicken breasts, and we're gonna go ahead and go from there.
Yeah, let's get it looking good, presentable. Nice. Yes. So again, we've got ChefTyger.com. Chef Tyger, the Wandering Chef. He brings catered meals to your home, especially if you're in the Middle Tennessee area. Look at that chicken breast. Wow. Looks great.
So we cut this chicken on a bias, and right here, that right there. I know you may not be able to see it, but I'm actually pressing this wonderful juicy piece of chicken, and that is what we're looking for. So now that we got that part, let's go ahead and plate up something, shall we?
Let's do it. Yes, sir. See what the final delivery looks like.
Yep. All right. So normally I would be putting the pasta into the dish, into the pan, but we're gonna do it a bit differently today.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some of our pasta right here. I'm just gonna put that just right into just right here.
And this seems like a great dish for parents to be able to whip up within 30 minutes for, their families when they're coming in from these practices, football season.
That is exactly
like some great protein and carbs in there, vegetables.
That's exactly right.
Excellent.
Here's the thing. You don't have to use just chicken. You can use you can use salmon, you can use shrimp, you could use steak if you wanted to.
Wow.
So
that looks great.
So just to give this a bit of an extra toss here. All right. Doesn't that look wonderful?
Oh, it looks scrumptious. Yes, sir.
All right. And then, as for a final little touch, of course, we need to add our protein.
Mm. Wow.
Oh, goodness. All right. So, why don't you come with me to my table?
There you go. There you go.
Come with me to my table, shall we? Perfect. You can see this little right here.
Nice.
That is what it's all about. Right there.
Oh, that's great. Well, the studio audience is giving you a round of applause virtually. That looks great. That is absolutely attractive. That's an attractive looking meal there. Good stuff.
I appreciate
No, we appreciate you sharing that, man, and doing that with us live. And so I saw on your website too, you have a couple of frequently asked questions. So when you're doing these type of meals at someone's home, you also clean the dishes too? Clean the kitchen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me explain something. Let me explain something to you.
Oh man.
My job is to come into your home and make you feel welcome in your own place. My job is to literally bring the restaurant to you. My job is to say, hey, I've got everything. All you need to do is sit, look good, and eat. That's what I tell all of my clients. Speaking of eating,
a tremendous offering.
Speaking of eating, we're gonna give this pasta a little bit of a try.
Yeah, give it a taste there.
As texture, as flavor. I normally don't like spinach, but I also try to challenge myself and try to make things that have components that I normally wouldn't care for. But that's also what a lot of great culinary professionals do.
That is awesome.
You
got us hooked on it. That looks great, man. So let me ask you, for people that are out there, are you on Instagram as well, or on social? How can people find you?
I sure am. If you'd like to find me on Facebook, you can look for me at The Wandering Chef. That is the name of my business. If you'd like to see me on Instagram, you can actually find me at Wandering Chef Tyger. Wandering with an A, Tiger with a Y. All right. If you decide you want to find me on those social media outlets, please do. Hey, give me a follow, and hey, let's interact together. I would absolutely love a chance to talk with you. And hey, any kind of questions that you have, any type of anything that you want to talk about when it comes to food, absolutely anything. Hey, I'm there. You know.
Wow. So I just followed you, of course, on
Thank you so
Instagram,
much.
And I mean, folks. All you got to do is just keep scrolling through his page and look at some of the decadence of the meals that he's putting together. I love this. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You got something good going on there. And, again, we support entrepreneurs here. We know the struggle to build a company, to get off the ground, to get attention on your business. So any way that we can help you here at Create Your Future Self Live, you got upcoming things, you want to stream it live or any of that kind of stuff, we would love to share it out to our community. We just are so thankful for you to jump back in with us after our 6-week hiatus. We're starting back every first Monday of the month. So this being our first Monday of September, we were honored to have you on, Chef Tyger. I really, really appreciate you taking the time and for opening up your kitchen to us. I mean, that was a great illustration of putting together a nice, delicious meal.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been an absolute joy. It's been an honor. Anytime that I get to share my passion with someone, and if someone who's willing to listen, I don't take that for granted. So thank you so much.
No problem, man. It's been a pleasure. Again, thank you for being on. We know you want to get to that meal real quick, that dish. I can't even say it right because I want some, man. Oh, my God. But it looks so delicious. And on behalf of Laquita Monley, thank you for being on here. Thank you, audience, for sharing, liking, and, of course, spreading the word about Create Your Future Self Live. Again, if you're an entrepreneur out there that has a story that we need to get out there to inspire other entrepreneurs, hit us up at createyourfutureselflive@gmail.com. We'd love to hear about what you have to offer and share that with the world. Until next time, which will be, again, the following first Monday of the month of October, which, if I'm not mistaken, is October the 4th. Let me make sure. Yes, October the 4th, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in right here. Follow our Facebook page, Create Your Future Self Live, and we'll catch you guys next time. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.